Hi out there in the YouTube, and welcome back to number 3 of the astrology video series I'm doing, and it's going to be the 5 traits for Gemini. And let me know how many of those traits apply to you, and if it's your sun or your moon that you tend to relate more to. So everyone knows their sun sign, but I think it's important that you research into your moon sign and all the other placements, because you got to take them all together when you read a chart. You can't just look at one little part. But that's what we're doing now. So let me know how many of the 5 apply to you. So number 1, it is an air sign. So air sign is all about communication and like mental mind thoughts and that kind of psychology. Like Freud was a Gemini moon, so like psychology and all that. They can be very witty and funny, and they're childlike because, you know, like the sign Gemini, the 2 twins, they're not just like 2 grown-up twins, they're 2 children typically pictured. And that's because they're kind of, it's, you know, immature. Like it has a bit of that youth, like eternal youth. They're like the Peter Pan of the zodiac. Like, they don't want to grow up, so to speak. So, yeah, that's number 1. And number 2 is that because they are ruled by Mercury, the god of communication, they can be very, very chatty. So if it's your sun sign, then you might project that. And now I have met really quiet Geminis, and that's because you really need, if you're a sun sign Gemini, then you should look at your Mercury placement. Because if Mercury is detrimented in Aquarius or something, then you might be a little more shy when it comes to talking. But that doesn't mean that you would have the other Gemini traits. With this chatty nature, it can be kind of bipolar, meaning that they can be really quiet sometimes, like, and if they're disinterested or it's boring, then like they might just be very quiet because they can just talk to themselves in their own head. Like they're entertaining. um, Number 3 is mutable. So they are very adaptable to change, but they also get bored very, very easily, if not stimulated mentally. So boredom, like, is like torture to, like, I mean, obviously it's torture to anybody, but if it's a Gemini moon or Gemini sun, they might want to always be, or Gemini ascendant, they might always have to be moving and on the go kind of thing, like with their thoughts or with their body. And so being bored can be like uber torture. Like, number 4 is they can be really, really contradictory because they are the twins, like the 2 different twins, like good and bad, hot and cold, any duality you want to think of it. They might really seem to contradict themselves sometimes, but know that that's kind of different aspects of their own self. And yeah, they actually have parts of themselves that do not agree with each other. They're like, no, no, like they don't agree. And like, um, depending on what twin you're talking to that day, you're going to get the honest truth from that side. But it doesn't mean that there's not another twin that, you know, doesn't agree with those statements. So yeah, they have 2 different twins. And more than 2 really, but they're always pictured as 2. Um, Number 5, the last point, is they like books and learning new perspectives. Because Mercury is the bridge between the worlds, like the unseen world of the imagination and creativity and thought, and bringing it forth to this world. You know, like even inventions, electronics, if there weren't for blueprints and the instructions to make them, then they wouldn't really come into fruition. So, yeah, Gemini represents that energy of communication, of bridging the borders between the unseen and the seen when it comes to the god of Mercury, communication. So, like books and learning new perspectives. Because like I said, I think it was Freud. He was all about psychology and knowing the mind. He was Gemini moon. Not Gemini sun, but it is still the Gemini inquisitive nature. So, and childlike. So let me know how many of those 5 points applied to you. And yeah, do you relate more to your sun or your moon sign? And give this video a thumbs up. And look forward to seeing you in the future of rest of the series. Bye for now.